What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode in my top surgery series, where I will be going over every little bit of part of my top surgery that will be coming up on February 16th. I almost forgot the day. As you guys know, it is your boy Matt Turner. Please, guys, if you haven't seen my last video, before you watch this one, go over there and watch that one. Like, comment, let me know your feelings and thoughts, and we will get going with this video. So for this episode, I will be going over some of the fears and excitements that I have for top surgery, specifically when it comes to results. As I get closer and closer to my top surgery date, sometimes I get those little antsy feelings and that little voice in the back of my head saying, like, is this really a good idea? Do you really want to do this? And so I wanted to document that, because sometimes that's just part of top surgery. It doesn't mean that you don't need top surgery. It doesn't mean that you don't want top surgery necessarily. It's a normal part of life in which you are about to have, in my case, a major surgery, my first major surgery, and it's just one of those things, you know. It's no different than if you got surgery for your liver or something, I don't know, and you just kind of like have doubts, but you know that it's the best for you, and it's just kind of like that survival thing, you know. But I'm not gonna be too kind of hardcore with these things or going into a lot of depth on some of them. I'm just gonna let you guys know my thoughts, so you that guys can know that you're not alone in some of these thoughts. As well as I will try and end it on a high note. So I'm gonna go over all my fears first, and then I'll get into my really excited stuff. So one of the things that I have a big fear when it comes to top surgery, and this is probably the biggest fear that I have, is that I am not going to like my results. And I'll feel like I would have preferred to have just gotten either a reduction or just left everything alone and just been disassociating from my chest the rest of my life. Despite this, though, I know I'm making the right decision, because, well, you'll see later on, my excitements outweigh my cons. And one of the things that really I kind of use as a motto through life is that, you know, if it's something that you're willing to regret and live with that later on in life, then I think you at the very least are putting in the proper values into what you're about to do. Like, you're not taking it not seriously, you know. You're taking it very seriously, and you understand that you could possibly have some regrets. But as I'm working out as well, I know that my results are going to be good. I'm actually really excited to see what they're going to be. And I think it's more, not so much that I'm going to hate my results, more so that considering that I do a lot of weightlifting and bodybuilding, and I might want to do a competition later on, I know there are certain preferred genetics for it, and I'm just wondering if, like, I'm gonna be one of those guys that has like the separated pecs. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it definitely does put another obstacle in that kind of journey for me. So that's I think that's the main reason why I'm really scared of my results. So another thing that I'm really worried about, that I'm sure a lot of people are really worried about, since I'm getting DI with free nipple grafts, is I'm really scared about losing a nipple, just because, like, just to see, I can't even imagine what it actually like, what going through that must be like, because sometimes just thinking about like picking up like something that's a part of you that is now dying, just like flaking away off of you, kind of is just like really scary. But also like I am really worried about the whole situation of being like having to be rushed to an emergency room. So that's like one of my biggest fears, which also goes into my other fear of having a hematoma, specifically from sneezing. I don't remember what video I saw that in, but I know I saw a video. A guy said he sneezed and it caused him to have a blood clot, and that is now one of my biggest fears, because when I sneeze now, and pre-top surgery, I can actually feel my chest muscles contract, and just because I have really powerful sneezes. And I'm really scared that like after top surgery they're gonna be like do all this stuff and I'm just gonna like sneeze and it's gonna fuck everything up, and I'm just gonna like have a hematoma and I'm gonna have to be rushed to the hospital and it's gonna have to get drained, it's gonna be painful, yada yada yada. Like I just really don't want me sneezing to be the cause for me having a blood clot. I know that this isn't very likely. I know I'm more likely to get blood clots from other things, like just being stupid, honestly, like trying to exert myself more than I need to at the time because I like doing things for myself. So I know I'm more likely to get a blood clot from that, but sneezing is one of the biggest things. I do know that to kind of like decrease the possibility of a blood clot happening from sneezing is to put a pillow over your chest so it softens the blow. So I guarantee you, in some of my videos, I'm probably just going to be holding a pillow over my chest while I'm in San Francisco, just because I'm going to be that worried. And then lastly, I'm worried about is the post-surgery depression slump. And I think I'm really more worried about this because I have never really been depressed, and so I'm worried about what that's going to be like, that experience, those days where I am depressed. I'm more worried about not being able to enjoy the moment than the actual depression. But I've set up, so despite that, I've set up precautions to make sure that if I do get into a post-depression slump, post-depression slump, that I'll have somebody to talk to. I meet with my therapist once a month, and I'll just, make sure that my next therapy appointment with her is going to be sometime after my surgery, so that we can talk about things and kind of like work through them at that time. I don't, it's one of my fears, but I don't know if it's going to actually necessarily happen too much. I think in my case, I'm more likely to disassociate than I am to fall into a depression. But it's good that I do know that. And it's good if you also know the stuff about yourself. I wouldn't say don't think about the bad things that could happen from top surgery, because knowing them means that you can set up necessary precautions for the future if they do happen, so that you can be prepared for them. So I would say think about the good and the bad, because they're both important. But on a lighter note, all of the things that I am so ready for after top surgery, I've already started. Just being able to wear tank tops, because I don't know if you guys probably don't know this about me, but I actually love wearing tight clothing. My pants not so much. I'm usually baggy with my pants, but my tops, I've always actually generally enjoyed wearing tighter clothing, tighter fits, because I like showing off my muscles, and I haven't been able to do that because of my chest dysphoria. And so I will wear larger stuff. That kind of also takes away my bicep gains. Not so much my shoulders, but my biceps for sure. Another thing that I'm so happy to have back is going to definitely be my confidence. You guys wouldn't know this about me because I didn't make videos back then, but before I started transitioning and I realized that I was disassociating because I was trans, I was just carefree and being myself. I feel like I curl in more now, whereas before I just kind of walked with my head high and my shoulders back. I was proud of who I was. I was proud of my goofiness and my craziness, and I still am like that, but it's only with specific people. And just being able to be like that in public was something that I realize now that I treasure a lot. So to get that back is going to be amazing. So another thing that I'm obviously going to be ready for, that I have talked about multiple times, is going to be finally being able to see my chest, even though I'm going to possibly be scared of my results. Just being able to see my chest and see like what it looks like after all of the progress I've made with working out and such is going to be absolutely amazing. I think just my chest, my pectoral development is going to be more than enough to overcome any kind of like fear of my scarring and things like that. So I'm really excited to be able to see my chest, obviously. And lastly, of course, one of the top things that I am so ready to finally have after top surgery is to pass. Like, I 100% believe that after top surgery, I will, if I want to, I could probably go stealth even without a beard, because I pass about 90% of the time now. And the only time I don't pass is actually when I am working out in my Euphoria shirts, which are usually tighter, which reveal my chest more. And when I have to use the men's restroom or things like that, I kind of like, there's always that one guy that like stops and like has to do a double take. And it's not that that scares me, but it just kind of like shifts my day, you know, just kind of like puts me in a slightly different mood. And to just like not have to deal with that, to just be able to like just piss in like peace is going to be absolutely amazing. So I'm definitely ready for that. I'm also super ready because I know one of the things that I wanted to do after top surgery, as well as well before top surgery, was to join a frat. Hopefully they don't see this or they do, I don't really care. If they don't want me, I don't want them. That's what I always say. And that's a word of advice that everybody should have. Don't try and chase people who don't want you. If they don't want you, it's probably best that they're not in your life. But yeah, I just like can't wait to even try to do that, because I just have a lot of background in the Divine Nine fraternities and sororities. And everyone in my family has always kind of, well, except for my older brother, all of us have all kind of wanted to be a member of one of them, and it'll be great to just finally attempt it and see, like, you know, what happens. So that's another thing I'm super excited about. I could go on and on and on about what I'm super excited for, which is why I know I'm still making the right decision. And I cannot wait for February 16th. I'm definitely going to do another video. The next video I'm going to do is going to be how I chose Dr. Scott Mosser for my top surgery. But until then, guys, pause. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below something that you are really scared about for top surgery, if you have a date coming up, or something that you are really excited about, or something else. I don't know. Tell me I look sexy. I don't know. But anyways, guys, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button so that you can stay up to date on when I post videos. I post every Friday. I know, guys, I haven't posted my video for my fitness series. It's just, I got grad school, I got work, I got my girlfriend, I got my dog, who is an elderly woman that I'm taking care of. There's just a lot going on, and I think right now I might actually put that on hiatus and come back, and I might even actually do some revamping after top surgery, but that's not the point. It's possibly not going to be uploaded right now. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. But I will upload it. It just won't be right now. But as usual, it is your boy Matt Turner out. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, day, or night, and I will see you guys next time.